Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And what we're going to look at in this video is this behemoth of a camera. And thanks to Ubiquiti for sending this over. This is the 22-pound AI PTZ. I believe this one is the industrial in white. And it comes in two boxes. The outer box, this slides down in there. There's some packing. I didn't think you'd be really interested in that. But this is the camera box itself. It's pretty nicely packaged, but I gotta set that down. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out. The first thing that's in the top of the box is there is a mounting hardware here. So we've got the top mounting plate comes in the box. And I think that's all that's in the top of the box. Then inside the top of the camera, we have the mounting hardware. You can hear that rattling around there. Then we have the camera, the mount that the camera attaches to. So that other piece that you saw mounts to this. And it's got a level built in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's pretty slick. You got a security cable here. You've got your weatherproof connector right here. A lot of styrofoam to protect this thing. We've got another box of accessories. We've got our hose clamps. We've got some more weatherproofing things and another mounting plate. So we're going to do an actual outdoor mounting video. If you followed the non-pen roof mount video, that's why I've got that. Then the camera itself is right here, and it's got this nice little pull string on the top. We can get it out of the box real easy. We've got some more camera hardware in there. I'm going to set that there. Oh, it's not a pull string. It's the string that's actually on the top of the bag. So it comes in this really nice cloth bag. And they do have the lens covered with plastic so that my fingerprints, I've cut myself several times over the last couple days, not purposefully, but just putting things together and then being out on the lake. Get rid of the bag. No, there's nothing else in the bottom of the box. So when we initially set this up, we are going to use this. This is a table stand for indoor only. It says it right there. So we will set this on the table back there and then set the camera in it like this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. And I'm going to get this set up on the table and get it plugged in, and we will adopt it into Protect. We'll also go over to Ubiquiti's website and take a look at all the specs on this. So stand by. Real quick before we do that, I am going to show you the bottom of this. So you can see the Ethernet there. There's a reset button. And then we're going to use this table mount. So I'm actually going to attach the table mount to the bottom. And it is slotted. And put it on there and turn it. And now you can see that the table mount is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on the table and get it fired up. We'll get it, we'll look at the spec sheet and then we'll get it adopted. Hold, please. All right, so I got it plugged in. You could see it. It was doing some twisting and turning back there. So as soon as it boots, it should be available in UniFi Protect for us to go ahead and uh, adopt. You can see it doing its thing back there. Not quite available just yet. And most PTZs, if you're used to working on a PTZ, you'll see them do, calibration and spinning and all that good stuff. So still not available yet. So as soon as this is available for adoption, we will get it adopted, and I will be right back. You know what? While we wait for this thing to finish booting and adopt, let's head on over to the Ubiquiti store and we'll go ahead and take a look at the spec sheet on this. So this is the one we've got here, and you can see it's got a wall, pole, or desk stand, ultra low latency remote control. It's outdoor exposed, weatherproof. It does have an SD card slot, built-in IR LED illumination and IR cut filter, advanced AI detections, and person tracking, so you can actually track people. It's got a 22 times optical zoom to match its 22-pound footprint. It's got a 4K sensor and a 328-foot or 100-meter IR LED. So this is kind of some mock-ups of what it looks like. This is either, on the desk, which is how we've got it. This is on a pole, or this is on a wall. Let's take a look at these tech specs. So it's supposed to be able to see the IR night vision is supposed to work out to 328 feet with a 22 times optical zoom, face recognition, license plate recognition, smart detections for people, vehicles, and animals. It is 4K. It has a 3 to 64 degree view horizontally and a 2 to 37 degree vertical. It can pan and tilt, or it can pan 360 degrees endless. It can tilt 120 degrees. It is IP66, runs in UniFi Protect. It is a gigabit Ethernet port, and I believe it is PoE++. We can do all of the same image settings. It will go up to 30 frames per second, 8 megapixels at 3840 by 2160, and a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, 1 1/8 8 megapixel sensor. Let's see here, 51 watts max power consumption. It is PoE++. Has a quad-core ARM Cortex A53 processor. So with the wall mount, it weighs 8.4 pounds. With the wall mount, it's 6.6 pounds. The table stand itself weighs 5.3 ounces, and the pole mount weighs 11.3 ounces. So everything in the box must have been 22 pounds. The enclosure is aluminum alloy and polycarbonate. The mount material is powder-coated aluminum alloy. Once again, it does have a micro SD card or reset. The ambient operating temperature is negative 40 degrees to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It is NDAA compliant and is certified by CE, FCC, and the IC. Comes in at $1,299 USD. So we are going to set this up and play with it here internally, and the really cool stuff will come once we get this outside and we get it mounted and we can start doing different detections and things like that. So I'm going to see if this thing is booted and ready for adoption. We'll be right back. All right, so I am waiting for my AI PTZ to do a firmware update before we look at it. And I just want to let you know that these things are packaged very well, and there is a piece of packing that goes underneath the actual ball, the camera part on that, and you're going to want to make sure that you remove this. If you don't, you're going to get some unexpected behavior on that camera. You'll get some noises and things, and the head won't turn the way that you want it to. So make sure that you take this piece of packing foam out. All right, so our AI PTZ Industrial is up to date and it is online, and I have the mouse control enabled here real quick before we get too far into it. Here it is. It's got the same options. At the bottom, you can't see this, but it does say insert an SD card to activate internal storage for recordings backup. So you can put a micro SD card or an SD card in here. We've got the same recording settings that we've got for the other cameras. We do have our frame per second, all of our different recording quality. We can step this down to 2K or HD. We can change the encoding for the video size. We've got our overlay information, the recording retention, and then we have the privacy blackouts, smart zones, and motion zones. We can rename this. We can turn that night vision on and off, create tags. We have a home view that we can set. We can share the live stream link, notifications, and then our RTSP options there. So here is the AI PTZ. We'll bring this up, and I do have I got to turn the mouse control on. So we'll just click around here. And this is very close to this equipment, and you can see how good this image quality is. I think Axis is in trouble. I think these other camera manufacturers, I think Ubiquiti is really onto something. In fact, I do have people who are moving away now from Synology surveillance station, unless they're using the Synology cameras, over to Protect, and they are actually replacing their other cameras with Protect cameras, this newest generation. Here you can see a side view of the rack. We can do a zoom all the way up to 22. So let's see if it'll focus. It's a little close for that, but we've got that 22 times optical zoom. We'll back it off. There's the 5 there. We can move this over to the rack. Let's see if we can read the numbers on the back of this other device. May not be able to. Just got our mouse control there. We can turn on our face, person, vehicle, animal detection. We can take a snapshot. We can reset to home. We can set up our presets. Oh yeah, if we go full screen, we can absolutely read that. So I can save this as a preset, this view, and it's preset number 1, and I'm going to rename this to going to let me rename it. Yeah, I'm going to rename it. Just took a second. Rack side. So I can have 9 presets, and then I hit S on the keyboard to save that, and now I have my rack side presets. If I hit escape, we get out of full screen mode. There are keyboard shortcuts that popped up. We'll take a look at those when we really start getting into this. We can go now back to our presets. I can set another preset. So if I'm going to need to zoom out. And if I actually use my keyboard, now we can call this Ubiquiti shelf. Now if I hit 1, it's going to take me back to that. And yep, see the focus is happening there. And if I hit 2, oh, I forgot to save those. So they're saved. So then I hit 2, and it should. Oh, I actually accidentally saved that in the wrong. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to use my keyboard and go all the way back around to the preset. And I'm going to zoom this back out. And now I'm going to call this Ubiquiti shelf. Hit enter, hit S for save. And now if I hit 1, it's going to take us back to the rack. It's going to do some focusing here. And then if I hit 2, or if I hit 3, then it'll take us back to the shelf. I'm going to have to play with these presets and get used to it. So if I hit 1, we're there. If I hit 2, we're back here. Pretty damn cool. And I know presets on other cameras have been around for years, but I really like the way that Ubiquiti is doing this. We've got our person auto tracking. We're going to play with that once we get this mounted outside. So we can come in here. We can add our privacy blackouts. We can edit our smart zones. We can do our image tuning. All those good things. I'm really excited about this because we're going to pair this with the AI horn, and we're going to try to do some pretty cool things to control the raccoons. So if you like this video, make sure that you're subscribed and you've got the notifications on, because I'm going to do the AI horn video, and then we're actually going to mount this outside and start playing around with all these detections and how you can put all these things together, and how you can use Alarm Manager and just build out a pretty robust system. If you've got any questions about this camera, let me know down in the comments, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Those links are down below, along with affiliate links, a Patreon link, and if you need IT consulting, head on over to willyhow.com, whether it's camera systems, voice over IP, wired or wireless networking, security, storage, all those things. Head on over to willyhow.com, fill out that contact form that's on the front page, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Head on over to community.willyhow.com and join the conversation. Come start a thread about how you're using all of the Ubiquiti UniFi Protect gear in your network. Once again, I'm Willy. I want to thank you for being here, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.